People who are diagnosed with a life-changing disease are usually choose from two options, either to give up or fight and find options for treatment. When I was in nursing school, one of my classmates had opened up to us that he was diagnosed with end-stage renal disease at the age of 29 after the untreated hypertension that was diagnosed 2 years prior got worse. And there was also one time in our clinical rotations that he said that he had attempted suicide the night before, and because he had gotten tired of being in the waiting list for 4 years. I couldn't help but think how devastating that day would have been if he had successfully ended his life, but I'm just happy that he had come to his senses before it was too late. End-stage renal disease is a life-changing diagnosis. However, it can be prevented and treated. With this personal experience and what I've found through research that ESRD can affect anyone, I'm hoping that we can be more aware of the disease. First, I will discuss about what is ESRD, and then how it can be prevented and what are the treatment options. Before we can find out about the disease, we should all first take a look at what the organ it originates from, which is the kidneys. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive Kidney Disease, we have two kidneys, the size of a fist, looks like beans, just located below our rib cage on each side of our spine. The National Kidney Foundation also adds that they are powerful chemical factories and has a lot of job and functions, but mainly to remove waste products and drugs and balances body fluids. Now, what happens if they stop working? ESRD happens. ESRD is when kidneys no longer filter your blood well enough to keep you healthy, and as waste and extra buildups build up into your body, you get sick. And these symptoms are exhibited. Just to name a few: ankle, face, or belly swelling, loss of appetite, and nausea. Causes are, according to American Kidney Fund, most cases are caused by diabetes and high blood pressure, but also trauma to the kidneys, major blood loss, family history. African Americans, Hispanic and Latinos, as well as American Indians are more susceptible, but like what I said, it can affect anyone. Now that you've learned about ESRD, next we can talk about some of the known facts on how to prevent it. According to the American Kidney Fund, the best way to prevent ESRD is to prevent chronic kidney disease itself. Now, how do we do that? We have to regulate and prevent diabetes and high blood pressure, regular medical checkups, eat low-fat and low-sodium diet, exercise, avoiding tobacco use, and limiting alcohol intake. Therefore, with a healthy diet and lifestyle, ESRD can be prevented, and for those who are diagnosed with the disease, here are treatments that are available. Hemodialysis, which is a treatment that uses a dialysis machine to clean your blood through a vascular access, a fistula, a graft, or a catheter. Two options are in-center hemodialysis, where you can go by appointments, and you can do it 3 times a week, 3 to 5 hours per session, or home hemodialysis, which is more flexible, but you and your partner have to be trained in using the needle and the machine. Next is the peritoneal dialysis, which uses the lining in your abdomen or peritoneum and special solution called dialysate. For that, you can either use the CCPD, which uses a machine, or the CAPD, which uses gravity to do manual exchanges. And next is kidney transplant, which you can get from a deceased donor or a living donor. From a deceased donor, you will need to be on a waiting list, which may take weeks to years, depending on your location and how soon they can find a perfect match for you. A living donor can be from a live person. Since we all can survive with only just one kidney, a family, friend, or stranger can donate as long as they're a perfect match. And conservative management is for people where dialysis and transplant would no longer help them live longer, or they would just end up suffering more. This can be done at home or a hospice where nursing care can be provided to you. And however, you can only live for a few weeks or several months in that option. And so today I first discuss about ESRD, what it is, the possible ways to prevent it, and the treatments that's available, which proves that end-stage renal failure is truly a life-changing diagnosis, but it's both preventable and treatable. And in conclusion, remember my former classmate's story. He currently still works as an LVN, but he is progressively getting worse. and most of the time he doesn't urinate anymore. He has been in the waiting list for 7 years now, and he was told he needs to wait 1 to 2 more years. But he is holding on and he's fighting, and hence life is hard for those who are diagnosed with ESRD, and perseverance is strongly needed for survival.